Hello, I'm Sarah Long, Director of the North Suburban Library System, and this is my vodcast. We're at Central School in Wilmette, Illinois, and this is the Library Media Center. And I'm talking to Barbara Ungar, who is the
librarian.
I wondered what your title was.
Yes.
And this is a very august occasion because you have won a most prestigious award. Tell us about it.
Well, I was very excited when I applied for the award. It was the Sarah Jaffarian Award for exemplary programming in the humanities area.
And this is the first time this award has been given.
Yes, this was the inaugural.
The very first year.
Yes, the very first year. And I wasn't quite sure, what was going to qualify as a humanities program. And we read the application very carefully, and it needed to connect to the curriculum, and it needed to be a collaboratory effort, and it needed to be in the area of the arts or social studies. So we thought that we were sending in the correct information. We submitted a program that was a project with all of our third grade students.
Now, you've done this project before, haven't you?
In different forms.
Yes.
This was the first time that we had actually coordinated efforts with all 5 of our third grade classes. And we wanted to relate it to the study that they did of Chicago and learning about the city and the state and the community. And we chose the topic of immigration and ethnic neighborhoods in Chicago. And each of our 5 classes went to 5 different ethnic neighborhoods in Chicago.
How fascinating.
We did a museum visit in the morning and a neighborhood tour in the afternoon, and in between the students ate at one of the local ethnic restaurants.
I'm sure they loved it.
They thought the meal was the best part, of course.
I'm sure they did.
That was
and
very
they'll remember
exciting.
it when they're 35,
And each student did research while they were in the community. They had an assigned topic, and we designated commonalities in neighborhoods. So we had a group researching grocery stores, a group researching pharmacies, bakeries, community businesses, and we also just the local shops in the area.
Sure.
And all of the children did the same type of research in the individual neighborhoods. And in addition to that, we had a guest speaker from the Chicago Tribune come in who talked to the children about Rogers Park and how that neighborhood had changed. Mm-hmm. We had our music teacher that taught children songs and dances from the country that they were researching. We had our art teacher do a specific folk art project with all of our students. And then each of our classroom teachers tied that into Chicago history.
Fabulous, just fabulous. Surely this must have been at least a year-long project.
Actually, it was about 3 months.
Really?
Yes.
You were busy.
We were very busy.
Now you've got a lot of information. What did you do with all of it?
Well, we also had parents from the community who had these types of ethnic backgrounds come and talk to the students and help them put it all into perspective. And then we rearranged the kids, not by class, but by subject that they researched. So the children, let's say in the grocery group, who had gone to a Polish neighborhood, a Greek neighborhood, a Chinese neighborhood, a Hispanic neighborhood, and a Swedish neighborhood, they all got together and they had a guided discussion about similarities and differences in the grocery stores in the neighborhoods they visited, and then also compared it to Wilmette, the city that we lived in. Mm-hmm. And each child made a web page for a virtual museum that we've established.
The kids made the web pages?
The kids made the web pages. They took photographs of the art projects that they did. They put all their research into a unified format that people could relate to each other. And this was our 10-year project. This was part of our virtual museum. It was the 10th year we had done the virtual museum, but the first year that we had done the 5 ethnic neighborhoods.
I see. I knew there was a continuing thread here. Mm-hmm. So the virtual museum must be something else by now.
It has over 1,000 different entries into it.
What is that URL?
It's wilmette39.org/virtual museum. It's very easy, and we get a lot of letters actually from around the world by people who have used our museum for
Really?
research. One of the things that we're very proud of is that all of it is done, it's student-centered, it's child-friendly, so everything that's in the museum can easily be understood by third graders and up.
That's fabulous. So now back to this award. Did you get a prize?
We did. I was flown out to Washington, D.C. The district sent me out, and at the ALA conference, I was part of the opening ceremonies, and I got a beautiful certificate, actually a plaque that's hanging in the library, and our school received a monetary award of $4,000.
Not too shabby.
Not shabby, and the condition is that we use it for further programming in the humanities.
Yay!
Yay! So I've had already 2 different grade levels this year have applied to use some of that money.
Oh,
so
that's wonderful.
we're doing more programs with them.
That's great.
And we also, well, actually, I've been asked to do some workshops to teach other librarians about running a similar program and how they could set up this type of program in their school.
So the award, sure, the money is nice, and going to D.C. was great, and being on the stage, I'm sure, was fabulous too.
Actually, it was a little scary.
But I think the big news here is that now you're an expert, and that this program has the visibility that it really deserves. More than that, you're being asked to be a teacher, a guide, a mentor, to help others do this kind of thing.
Right.
And I'm sure that's just what Sarah Jaffarian wanted. Am I saying your name correctly?
Jaffarian.
Jaffarian.
Right.
And she's a real life person, right?
She is. After I won the award, I got her phone number, and I had a conversation with her. She lives in Massachusetts, and we spoke for a long time. She told me what it was like to be a librarian when she started out, how she was one of the very first school librarians in her school district. And she talked about her career. She had done public library service as well as school library service. And she was absolutely delightful to talk to. I really enjoyed talking to her. And I was telling her a little bit about how libraries have changed today and what we've been involved with working with our students.
This is a wonderful story, Barbara. Thank you so much for sharing it.
You're welcome, Sarah.
Thanks for watching. For more vodcasts, go to my website. That's www.sarahlong.org. And you can write to me at sarah@sarahlong.org.